Hi everyone, this is Deb with the Crafty Texas Woman, and I am here to share a tutorial. And the tutorial is brought to you by CCL, Creating the Crafty Life. And as y'all are aware, if you've been following us on CCL, you know that each month we do a theme for the month. This month is all about layouts. So my project for this month is to do a full project tutorial. So I am going to show you how I put my layouts together. Y'all have seen me do the distressing. We did cards last month, and then a couple of weeks ago I did a tutorial on stressing. But this is all the products that I'm going to use. I need my ATG gun. I need the Distress ink from Tim Holtz, and I'm using the walnut stain, and then some various, laces and or trims, mostly trims here. So I have here, and I'm just going to show you what I've got, and then I'm going to set them aside. I've also got my little tape runner because I might use this as well. And various flowers. Some are from I Am Roses. Some of them are from Prima. Some of them I made. I cut this out of a paper pad, and then this is just some cardstock, and the paper that I'm using tonight is from Recollection, and it is the Floral Flourish. So this is the paper that I'm using tonight, and then I got some other papers that I'm going to add with it as well. So that's what I'm going to do. So all this stuff I'm going to set aside, and I'm going to go over real quickly about the distressing that I showed y'all before. So let me move this stuff out. And I don't know, I've been in this kick really, a lot lately about distressing. I just can't get enough distressing. Since this is going to be my background page, all I'm going to do is just kind of distress the edges a little bit. And I'm using just a regular makeup sponge, and then my Distress ink from Tim Holtz. So I just go around the edges, just so that it doesn't take up a whole lot of time, because I don't know how to edit, and I don't want to have to stress. And then back here, and the cardstock that I'm going to do my matting for my picture, I'm just going to set aside over here for a few minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my ATG, and I'm going to top. This is the top right here. Yes. So I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to use my ATG and just tape it down. Just go right along the edges. I use a lot of tape because I just don't want it to come off. So I do. So that I'm going to set aside. And let me find my top again, which is right here. And then I'm just going to center it here. Because I don't have a large enough tripod. So that's probably going to be my next investment. And then here I'm going to take my pictures, or my my layering for my picture. And I'm going to just kind of figure out where I'm going to put it, how I want to do it. And I think I'm going to put it off right about here. And if y'all remember, I told you too, is that you don't have to have your picture straight up and down. They can be at an angle. They can just, it's whatever you want to do. So this is where I'm going to have my photo. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lay my trim down. And my first trim that I want to do is going to be right about here. So I'm going to move this, and I'm going to put my trim here. And it's going to go right there. So here, I'm going to go ahead and run my ATG across here. Oops. Okay, let me do one more. Okay, and then let me put this off to right here. Okay, right there. And then I'm just going to flip it over and then glue it, and then hot glue this over here so it stays down. Get that down. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing right here. And be careful because the glue is hot. Right there. So I just don't want anything coming up. So there I have that right there. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my little V trim that I got from MV Treasurista, and I'm just going to add it right along there. And I keep it pretty long so that I can just trim it where I need to trim it. So I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue and then add my pearls to it, my trim, or my beads right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this. And add that right along there. Right along there. Ooh, I need a manicure. I've been working on so many layouts here lately that I haven't done in a long time, and I'm so excited that we are doing the layouts because I have so many photos that I need to work on my layouts, and this is making me do it, and it's just, I forgot how much fun your layouts are to do. So let me get this, and I'm going to go right there to the very edge. Okay, let me get this one down right there. Great. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to lay this trim right across here. I'm just going to overlap it right there. Okay, so here I'm going to do right here. Oops, excuse me. Let me get that right there. Okay, and then let's lay this here. I'm sorry, when I concentrate I get real quiet, so I apologize for that. All I'm doing is just kind of laying my trim down and just layering it here. And I find for me that it's best to go ahead and do all my lace or my trims and whatnot, lay that down, because what I've done before, which is silly, is I end up having to pull something up because I wanted my trim to go there or my lace to go there. So now all I'm going to do is just trim this little edge right here. Right there. Okay, set that aside. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I hope that y'all can see it. And let's see what else to do. I want to go ahead and I am going to lay this right on top, right here, I think. Possibly. I might see where I need it. I may come back to this piece. So what I'm going to do next here is I'm going to set this right over here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work on getting my picture prepared for getting it ready. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to put my black paper, my black cardstock, I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And let me get my tape. Whoops. And let me lay this down. Right there. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this one and I'm going to lay that one down. Okay, and then let me put that right there. So I have that. And I'm going to just kind of go right along here like that. That's how I'm wanting it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my picture. Let me set this aside. As I said a while ago, I just love doing these layouts again. Let me put this right here. Kind of get it in the center. And move it up there. Right there. Okay, so there I have that. And then you can really see the distressing here. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put this down. Just like that. But I want it to be raised a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on some pop-up dots. and I thought I had them right here in front of me, which I do. So I'm going to go ahead and put some on the back. Right here. Let me do this. And do this particular layout. I looked up some different sketches and I thought I would follow a sketch, and then it was like, well, I just wanted to come up with my own little sketch, so this is what I've come up with. So I've got my picture to go down. So I've got that right there. So if y'all can see, just like that. Okay. And let's see, I'm going to go now, and I think I'll go ahead and put my flower lace along, or flower trim. I'm going to need to cut this little guy off. It's a little long. I might use that somewhere else. So I'm going to put it right over the seam that's adding these two laces together. So let me just go ahead and put that up here. Right there. And I'm going to put a piece right here, some hot glue right there. And let me put some hot glue here. If y'all haven't checked out CCL, Creating the Crafty Life, I really would encourage you to, because we have so much fun over there. We do a lot of swapping, we do layouts, we do cards, we have